this is a poster project that I have put together, and the idea is to be able to help us to discover more authors in our areas. So, couple of weeks back, I was listening to actually one of the legends in our community was on a podcast with another legend, and she said this one thing where she was like, "Where are all the other authors at? I know I'm passionate about all of this stuff. Where are the other writers?" Right? And they're just either people don't self-identify or don't show up, or you just don't know how to find them. And I remember once when I was younger, I saw a little ad in a newspaper for a writers get together, and it was hosted by some author who was self-published, maybe, or he was published, I don't remember. And he'd invited all the other authors in the area to come show up, and we all brought 2 pages or 1,000 words worth of reading or some of recent writing, and then we shared that together. And it was weird and it was cool to meet all these different people with all their different writing interests and styles, going around this table in this community hall, drinking bad coffee and sharing, being writers together. And it was mind opening for me, and I loved it. So what I've got here is I've put together a poster that anybody can download, and I've created a Canva link so that you can grab this poster and then you can print it off and put it in, like, I don't know, your local coffee shop or your parish vestibule or your community center or something like that. Obviously get permission first. But let's head over briefly to it. So what it is it's trying to attract a specific kind of author, and I've created 4 variants on this. So we've got like an orange one, and we have a red one here. There's a green, obviously very dramatic, stuff like that. And then there's a blue one. And the idea is to invite authors who write fiction, who like more of the dramatic kind of thing. Obviously, as you can see, the theme of these things is more dramatic because it is a legend fiction project. And maybe those who see this poster, maybe come and show up to a little writing group, might decide to come join us, or might not. There's no pressure. So here's kind of what it says on the poster right at the top. You want to join a friendly writing group in your area. Let's write together, talk, brainstorm, read aloud, and hang out like heroes. And of course, you can pick the poster that you would like to use, and you can just fill in your details, like the location, where you plan to meet, the time where you plan to meet, when you can update your little bio, and you can swap out your own picture and then print this off, get permission to tack it up somewhere, and then just see who shows up. I finished watching the end of the Percy Jackson series on Disney Plus, and I loved the last line. So if you've seen it, you'll probably recognize some of the language that's in this. Here's what it says. You know the stories that you heard about fiction authors, heroes, and writers, the lovers of Jedi, wizards, demigods, halfbloods, dragonborn, hobbits, superheroes, aliens? Well, they're real. If you ever feel like you don't fit, like the world doesn't make sense, then you might be a part of our world. You might have the calling of legend, so don't give up. We might need you. So, if something like this is going to be helpful to you, I would love to know. Drop a little comment. If you've got suggestions or feedback, please drop them in the comments, because I'd love to make this into a really helpful, useful tool. We have some members of our community who are already thrown their hands up that they want to be using this to meet writers in their area. And as you can see, it's not branded legend fiction in any way. It's got a little credit down the bottom that says this poster is free from the writing community on legendfiction.com. So anybody is welcome to take this and just use it to try to meet authors anywhere near you, because the magic of writing happens more easily when you're with a group. If you want to get something done, surround yourself with the energy of other people doing the same thing. And maybe you choose to meet once a month. Maybe it's once a week or every 2 weeks on a weekend or something. It doesn't really matter. You decide to do whatever you want to do with your availability. But finding out who's a writer or an author near you could be just fun, or you can now share the opportunity of writing with other people. And who knows, perhaps the what do you call it? Having to show up for somebody else could create that kind of good pressure on you to actually keep getting it done, because you kind of have to let people know where you're at. Procrastination is easy when you're alone and have nobody to talk to. But when you have other people, it can feel a little easier and more exciting. And you can also give yourself little deadlines to maybe just write 100 words. Maybe just keep showing up and doing a little bit of journaling every day. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can just be good enough. And maybe being surprised by friends can help. So, I'd love to know what you think, what your recommendations would be, how to keep this meetings like these. Maybe you've run them, and if you have, come and let us know what your recommendations are. Like, I'm sure there are some really good questions like, what's a safe location, or location that would help everybody feel safe together for this sort of thing. Probably don't do your home, I would recommend. Another one would be, what are some ideas on how to be a good host for an event like this? How to stop somebody from monopolizing the conversation? How to encourage people to come back. Maybe you build a little mailing list or a Facebook group to stay in touch with them. I don't know. And they're all kinds of questions, and I'm not going to try to answer all of them. We'll figure this stuff out together. So I hope this is helpful. Go ahead and just try it. You can do one meeting, and if you decide it's not your speed, you don't like it, then that's it. Don't do it again. But perhaps you'll be surprised by making new friends. So, if you enjoyed this writing session, please hit the like button, subscribe, and check out some of the other videos where I'm sharing what Legend Fiction is about, and I'm looking forward to keep sharing more of what we're doing. More importantly, I'm looking forward to keep showing up every day as often as I can, because I have a novel I want to keep writing, and I'm hoping that together we can keep inspiring ourselves to keep writing. So, something that we discovered in our community that we thought is pretty fun. To wrap up, may the lore be with you.